I'm a rock star, I'm a raised like rail. I ain't taking L's in Madden all year.
Yo, what's good, YouTube? This is Rage Real. So in today's video, I want to show you guys a Singleback wing pair mini scheme in Madden 23. So if you enjoy this video, go and drop a like on the video right now. Go ahead and sub and turn on post notifications on. So I am using the 49ers, and the reason why is because I want to show you how to utilize tight end apprentice, and I believe it really makes the Singleback wing pair really toxic in Madden 23. Now I am talking about current gen in this video. Told you guys my current gen subs, I got y'all. Now if you're on next gen, of course, make sure you just hop in practice mode, try these setups out and see how they're different in next gen, because this video is just dedicated to my current gen people out there. Now also I want to talk about something extremely quick. I am in the Colts offensive playbook, but the 49ers does have Singleback wing pair, but they don't have all the plays that you're about to see me talk about in today's video. So if you want all these plays, make sure you use the Colts playbook. And lastly, I want you guys to understand that I make these videos because not so I can be the #1 YouTuber or I can be the best YouTuber out there. I genuinely, truly enjoy helping you guys out, giving you guys new schemes to run. And if you are like a Madden vet on here, just try out different stuff, you know? So that's why I do these videos, and I really judge my video success off of the likes of this video. So if you find anything valuable at all in this video, just do me a favor, drop me a like. It takes 0.5 seconds, but it truly does help me out because it lets me know out of all my viewers who actually enjoyed the video. So thank you so much for that in advance. Now let's go on and talk about this formation. So if you have a fullback that's athletic, maybe you're on CFL, you can put your own fullback in. Maybe you're on MUT, you can actually have a running back at fullback. If you're able to do those things, this offense is actually extremely cool, because what you can do is if you have a fullback that's athletic, you can actually sub him in right here in this position. This is where I would personally put them, and I would tell you to put your #1 tight end. Your tight end apprentice will go here, and your #2 tight end will go right here where Tyler Croft is. Now if you just have 3 dominant tight ends, then by all means use all 3. But if you have an athletic fullback or you know, a running back that's at the fullback position in the depth chart before the start of the game, they should let you, but they might have to actually make your position fullback, I'm not sure. But if you're on MUT and you have an athletic fullback, you're fine. Regs, I would use the 49ers. But anyways, that's all that I want to talk about personnel. Just make sure that your tight end apprentice is right here. That's the most important part. Now, this is gonna be a true mini scheme style video. So I'm actually gonna break down 3 plays, and that's gonna be PA, a halfback flat, tight end attack, and PA counter shot. And it's exactly what it says. It's a shot play. So that's gonna be what we use to try to take the top off of some of these coverages. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off with PA sprint, halfback flat to begin with. Now, when you run this under center style offense, you're going to get your under center style defenses, you know, your heavy stack the box defenses. So you're going to get 4-3 if people like that. Mostly you're going to see a lot of 3-4 odds, your Cubs. You're going to see some 5-2. You're going to see some 3-3-5 Cub, you know, 3-3-5 normal, 3-3-5 Cub type of defenses. So that's why I'm going to be in 3-4 odd, because it's one of the toughest defenses still this year. So I'm gonna talk about your basic coverage that you'll see when somebody wants to pick this defense. You're gonna see cover 4 drop, you're gonna see cover 3, you're gonna see cover 2, and instead of Storm Brave 1, you're actually gonna see pinch buck go. So you're gonna have the man blitzer, you're gonna have the zone cover 3 style guy, you're gonna have your cover 2 style guy, and you're gonna have your cover 4 drop style guy. So we're gonna kind of talk about all those in this video. So let's go ahead and come out and cover 4 drop as a base for a defense. All right, now like I said, the first play that we have is gonna be this PA sprint halfback flat. Now I personally like to run this offense in the middle of the field, but if you're gonna run this particular play, you really want to have it on the left hash mark. Not really left, it doesn't matter. You just want your 3 guys out here to be to the wide side. But again, I try to run this offense in the middle of the field. There's a lot of great run plays in this particular playbook as far as under center. So keep that in mind with the Singleback wing pair. There's a lot of run plays to get yourself in the center. I just like running this offense in the center of the field. But anyways, for this first setup, what I like to do is I like to take R1. I like to put him on a post. And then I like to take square. I like to put him on a smoke screen. Now, 2 options here. Either you can block your running back twice, or you can carry out the play action. Either one is fine, but please do not cancel the play action for whatever reason on current gen. You're gonna get sacked. But I'll show you right here. So I'm gonna cancel the play action. Look at the bull rush they give, and I traded out defensive lineman. So you see where it says Slayton Jr. Yeah, I have no idea who that is either. He's the worst defensive tackle on this team, but they consistently let them shed. So if you're gonna run this offense, please do not cancel play action with this particular play. So what you want to look to hit is circle on this. I love circle, especially versus your cover 3 styles, your cover 3 and your cover 4 drops. Anything with a hook zone, you're gonna have that circle route every single time. The user is gonna have to either man it up or he's gonna have to user it. And if he mans it up, he has to pay attention to who's running it. He has to man up the right person, and it's a delay route. So that's what makes this route really good. It's a delay zig. So I'm gonna actually show you blocking the running back as well, just so you can see that circle still does get open really nice, and you can throw it and you can turn up field and you can get you about 6 yards. I love to start off with that play. It works versus every single defense, and we'll talk about that here right now. So what we're gonna do is put them back on the post. We're gonna put a square on the smoke screen. I'm gonna go ahead and block my running back, and then next I'm gonna show you this left side. So let's say the user is aggressive on circle, you can actually drift this way and you'll be able to have R1, your tight end. I mean, of course, as long as you keep your feet in bounds, you're gonna be able to have a nice dot on the sideline. And I love this combination because this smoke screen is gonna pull down any purples or your clouds or anything like that, and we're gonna just have a nice window. And if they're zone dropping to try to guard this post, then we're just gonna take this right here every single time. And the user, most of the time when you run this play, maybe like 2 times, your user's gonna start being really aggressive trying to come guard this, because it really does get open versus a lot of coverages. Now next I want to show you versus let's go cover 3. That was cover 4 drop we just looked at, so this is cover 3. So let's take a look at it. And again, I'm gonna kind of fly through some of these coverages so I can get on with the video. So again, make sure you carry out that play action, and even then it still does, the play action on here is kind of iffy, but one thing you also got to remember, it is play action, so you have the ability to still roll out the pocket. So let's say we carry it out, you have the ability to roll out and hit that throw right there, and that's going to bail you out a lot of times. But just be careful of the user. But if you want to avoid that, just simply block your running back. That's going to negate that essentially. And also make sure you double block. So if you block them once, you see how the angle over here to the left, but if I block them again, it's going to be straight behind them. Normally they get better pass protection when you do it that way. So again, this is cover 3, so look at circle, we see him open, right? But now look at R1, we see him open. So those 2 reads are never going to change versus cover 3 and cover 4 drop style defenses. So next we'll take a look at cover 2. So with cover 2, I found that it's best to actually let triangle run his route. It's not necessary, but it helps open it up a little bit more. But I'll show you both of them. And again, run this play action at your own risk. You can tell circle is essentially going to get open right there. I could have dumped it down to triangle, but personally, I like to block my running back regardless, just so I can have extra protection. So I'll show you what it looks like when we block our running back. So we're going to double block our running back here, and then we're going to go and snap the ball. And now what you want to look at is circle. He's going to be able to get open. You just have to pass lead him up the field, because you have to keep in mind that is a vertical hook there. And then we'll go and replay really quick, and I'll show you this left side. So first the right side, you just watched it. The reason it's open because he's going to push back the outside zone, your clouds. And then this vertical hook is not going to man match this because of the route combination. So we'll be able to throw this as soon as he lets him off. So that's why we're able to get a little swerve, get up the field, gain about 6-7 yards. Now on this side, I love this play again because this smoke screen, if they don't zone drop their cloud flat, this is how cloud flat will play. They're going to sit down low, and then we'll be able to throw this dot right up in here. Now, if for some reason they actually do let this guy drift forward, we'll be able to throw this because the vertical hook is not going to play this route here. The vertical hook will never play that because they're taught to carry this route right here. That's why they'll never play it. So no matter what, you're going to have a nice dot open. Now, man coverage, this play is, I don't like it too much versus man. There's better plays to run versus man. And the reason I don't like it too much is simply because of this route right here. Now, zig routes are great versus man, but the problem is the person that's guarding this person in current gen, they're going to blitz. So whenever they get a delay route, they blitz. So a lot of times you're not going to have enough players to pick up the blitz. So it's going to have to be a quick read. So what I like to do, since I know it's going to be a quick read, I like to just take, it all depends if they're pressing or not. So if they're pressing me, I like to just throw my best receiver on a fade. to be honest with you. And we're gonna make a simple read. We're gonna first see if he can get off press, because this should be your best receiver, your number one receiver. And sometimes your opponent won't have their alignment to where their best corner is guarding your best receiver. Sometimes they don't, so it's worth just, you know, looking to see if he can win off press. So I like that. Now X doesn't really get open as well, but it definitely can if you have a great tight end number 2. But you really want to read between this post route and this zig route. That's mainly what you want to read. So you need to buy some time. Now also keep in mind, if they have their defense set up normal, then what's going to happen is this zig route's not going to get open, because this is going to be a cornerback that's guarding a fullback. So that cornerback is going to win 10 out of 10 times. So what you're really going to be looking for is this post route and this corner route. And again, this corner route can win because you will have a good matchup, and this corner route is designed to beat man coverage. Okay, you just need to make sure you have a decent tight end number 2 that's running this route. All right, or if you want to, if you know you're going to be running this play versus man, never mind, you're going to need your tight end apprentice. So anyways, that's that play. I love that play. It's a really great play. So next we're gonna look at tight end attack. Okay, now tight end attack, you can still run it from where you are on the field on this left hash. It doesn't matter, but I preferably like this route to be ran on the right side. So I'll go ahead and move it. It's not necessary, okay? So keep in mind, you don't have to do this, but the reason why it's cool to do, because when we go to this tight end attack, we're gonna make enough room for this X route to get open. So we're actually gonna smart route X's route. So notice how it's ran deeper now. We're gonna take R1, we're gonna put him on a post, and we're gonna smart route that post route to be ran at the same depth. Or if you want to, you can make it ran a little shorter, just do it normal, but I like to just smart route it to make it ran the same. Now you're gonna take circle, put him on a streak, and then you're gonna motion across your tight end. So I either love this setup, or when I motion him, I'm gonna put him on a flat. So it just depends on where I want to read. So first we'll look at the post, since I talked about that one first. And this setup right here will work against every single coverage, and triangle is going to be your favorite read. And then also X, I'll just throw it super late just because, but you're also going to have that left side read. Of course, as you know, tight end attack is an extremely good play. You guys know this play all the time. You guys know that bots just run this play stock and don't do anything. You can definitely run this play stock, okay? It's still a good stock play, but I love this because what we're going to do is we're going to make the user choose between one of these two post routes, is why this play is so effective. And we have a streak that's going to push back those zones, and then we're going to have this dot right here that we can hit, or we're going to have this dot right here. And also, because of the style of play this is with the running back, we're going to be able to, we can have the option to dump this ball out right now if we want to, or we could dump it right now. We have the ability to hit it whenever we want it. So that's what it looks like versus cover 4 drop. And it's going to look the same way versus cover 3. So we're going to take a look at cover 2 so you can see how it looks versus cover 2. And again, for this setup, we're going to take R1, put them on a post, smart route is post, smart route X is post. I like to take circle, re-streak them. You don't have to, but I find it gets the running back open a little better if you do it that way, so it can push back the vertical hooks a little further. But that's just what I found out. And then also, sometimes you still can have that route as right there. Jeer's going to be all over it because it is Jeer. But if they're zone dropping, if they're playing cover 2 hard flats, if they're doing something funny, you know, to try to stop this running back route, because they're going to have to do a lot to stop this. And a lot of times this will be your user here. And so what makes this play dangerous is that sometimes you can look over here. Or if I start noticing that my user is on this vertical hook and they're playing a lot of cover 2, then I'll actually run this setup right here, which is why I told you I like to do this setup. So what I like to do, if I notice my opponent's playing a whole lot of cover 2, because cover 2, they do a good job of playing that vertical, this route by the running back. So you just want to take them, put them on a flat, and you can do a circle on a streak again if you want to. We're going to smart route X's route. And now the reason why I like this is because the user, I like to do this when the user starts to try to play my running back route. And what I'll do now is I'll read that left side of the field. So now we're going to take a look, and then when you put that flat over there, it's going to pull down that cloud flat. Okay, so that's why I like to do that. And keep in mind, if they decide that they want to zone drop, then a lot of times you'll have this route right here. So, you know, if you can just picture him being all the way up there from them zone dropping, you'll be able to hit this. Now, the reason why I like this is because, like I said, if they're going to use this vertical hook, they're going to guard this route themselves. Or if they use this vertical hook, a lot of times they're going to come, you know, guard this route right here. So if you start noticing that, that's when I'll use the other setup when we have this guy right here on a post. So that's why I like to switch up between those two. So man coverage. Now if we're talking about man blitz, and again I'm showing man blitz a lot because that's realistically what you're gonna see. You may see some regular man, but if we're talking about man blitz, then I kind of like to just do something simple, to be honest with you. I like to keep my running back in, and it's a simple but effective setup. So we're sending 3 people out. Most of the time people are going to press when they play man, so you'll see something that looks like this. So this is exactly what it looks like. So you actually don't need a smart route X's route. I would actually prefer you not to, because we need both of these routes to break out of the route extremely fast. Both tight ends, we're just looking to see which one is going to do a great job. So look at R1, look at X, and I just forgot to press a button, but you guys get the point. So you want to send 3 men out, and you want to just make a quick read between both tight ends. So it's a really good natural man beater, okay? So next thing is gonna, well, last thing I should say is gonna be this PA counter. So this is exactly what it sounds like. It's a shot play. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take R1. I like to put him on a post, and I believe this works better if we're on the left hash or in the middle, but we should be fine right here. Actually, I think so, for bombing the coverage we want to bomb. So first we're gonna take a look at cover 4 drop. So we're gonna take circle, we're gonna put him on a flat route, we'll take R1, put him on a post, and we're gonna simply motion our tight end across, okay? And also please keep in mind, when you run the football, please utilize the same motions that you see me use. So move this guy over sometimes, move this guy over sometimes, move your offense, move your offense around, essentially. So anyways, first I want to go ahead and show you this. So again, you can have this tight end if you want it, but we're gonna step up, and then we're gonna be able to bomb cover 4 drop extremely easy with this particular setup. And I'm gonna go and replay really quick, then I'll fly through the rest of the coverages, because they're all gonna be based off the same thing. So essentially you're pretty much always gonna have this guy open unless they zone drop, okay? Unless they zone drop, this guy will not be open. So if you want to get that guy open in particular, I'll talk to you about that in a second. But this post route is really just bait for the user. We want the user to think that we're making the same, reads that we've been making. So this is just bait to hold the user, and we're really just looking up top, okay? So that's why I like this particular setup, because we have the ability to bait our user. So let's talk about cover 3. I'm gonna not spy anybody. I should be able to have time, just because this is actually a really good play. And this is why I like my tight end apprentice in the middle. I feel like it makes the offense work a lot better. So again, that's R1 on the post, circle on the flat route, motion that guy across. Now I'm gonna go ahead and re-baseline, because I don't know what 31's doing, so I want to make sure everything is consistent. All right, so here we go. We're gonna go ahead and snap the ball so I can go ahead and show you this. Hopefully I have enough time in the pocket. But square, I know, I figured I wasn't gonna have, it's hard to buy time with cover 3 bombs in particular, but they're possible. And especially with this little play, it's definitely possible. You just have to work the pocket, and even if you run out of time, you're still gonna be able to have this dot if you want it. And also versus cover 3, you also have this dot too, so you have reads to make. But this play is really great because he's gonna pass off this to the cornerback, but as you can tell, the cornerback gets glitched out because of how deep this route's ran, and because of this post route that's right here in this area. So he just can't go back there, and we're gonna be able to throw it out here for a 1-play touchdown. So really powerful play right there. All right, so next we're gonna talk about cover 2. And again, I'm trying to fly through this, y'all. You guys know I can hardly ever do short videos, and I apologize. So I'm not even saying I apologize, it's just who I am at this point. I like to make sure you guys know what you're doing when you run this offense. So we try to step up, buy some time. Look at that, I ain't have enough time to throw it. They did an auto sack, but you could just tell, just literally, I mean, it's just dummy wide open, and this is just the design of it's gonna be like this every time. The mid read is gonna get glitched out. He has no choice but to widen out because of this post, and then we're just gonna be able to easily split those safeties. Now, man coverage is gonna be literally the same thing, except for if they're doing man blitz, what I would recommend you to do is just block your running back twice, and I recommend you just to honestly, I like to just take my tight end, I'll probably throw him on a drag and then block my other one, and then I'll go ahead and motion him across. Now, the reason why I say a drag is because we're gonna have a 3-way read, and we're attacking 3 areas of the field. So we're counting on him to beat his man, but also these drag routes, whenever your opponent's playing aggressive defense, these drag routes are really good a lot of the time. So It's the simple, you know, R1 X to square, you know, and a lot of times you can throw that ball out the break to square, so you should have more than enough time to make that simple read. But anyways, that's where I put up for this video though. That's all for the mini scheme. Do let me know how you like this little mini scheme, and just, you know, let me know how you rocking with the offense. And if you also have any more setups you want to add to this, please feel free to comment them. Obviously I can't touch on every single setup. Obviously there's other better, you know, greater, could be potential greater setups, you know. So that's, I believe in us being a community. So if you have something you want to share, drop it in the comments, you know, help somebody out who happens to stumble across this formation / video. So anyways, that's gonna wrap it up for this video. I do hope you have a blessed day. I'm Rage Real, and I'm out.